is Sunday, October 21st, and it looks like Christmas, and it kind of is, because I'm going to do some unboxing here of some cool ham radio gear. But first, a couple of quick channel announcements. We do have merchandise coming, and it's all custom, handmade stuff, and a new series of t-shirts. However, if you like this t-shirt with the Kapper Outdoors logo on it and what's on the back, you can order this one. I'll put a link down in the description below. It's a little expensive, but we can't help that. It's Teespring. That's exactly why we're getting the new ones. So anyways, to today's video, I'm basically starting a new ham radio station from almost scratch. I got a bunch of used equipment, if you saw a couple of videos ago, but I ended up having to order a lot of the stuff that we're going to need. So this is the first wave of presents for setting up the new station. So let's dig into this. This first one I already kind of opened. This is a power supply. I'm sorry, it's not really a power supply. It's a power pole junction box. So what this is for is it's going to basically be the main, attached to the main power supply. So all of the radios, anything electronic that goes under the 12-volt system will connect on this power grid, basically, if you will. A couple of small items like insulators. I got several packs of these because we're going to make some wire antennas. All right, here we have a mixed bag. This is a soldering kit, pretty complete soldering kit. A terminal kit for electric ends that go nicely with the soldering gun. 4-to-1 ballon. This is for the line antennas that we're going to make out of, I think it's 14 AUG wire. I'm not positive on that. And a 100-foot coax. This is RG8X. I'm going to be tying this one into the, I already have a 100-foot that I used to use on my original ham station 25-ish years ago. So we're going to tie in and make it, we need like 130 feet. PL259 connectors, more connectors, small parts, and a voltage and ohm meter. And that's it for that box. Okay, this long one, I suspect, is going to be the 2-meter antenna, which I believe is a CP22E. I believe has a 6.5 decibel gain, and the local club here has been using it very successfully, which is why I got this one. Yeah, CP22E by Diamond Antenna. Pretty exciting. Once we get this thing, 40, 50, 60 feet in the air, I'll definitely be hitting a lot of repeaters. Coincidentally, while Tom was here, Tom's the guy that's helping me, W9RY, he tried his mobile right in front of the house here and then on top of the hill, and he actually was surprised at the repeaters that he hit from just his mobile, because we live on such a high hilltop elevation. So this thing is going to really get out on 2 meters, and it's going to hit a lot of repeaters. Okay, and this is sections of Paracord. I bought some high quality ones. It's called Warrior cord. These are each 103 feet. These are to pull the 14 AUG copper stranded antenna pieces, but I also got 1 or 2 extras that I'm going to keep probably in the Kubota or Mrs. Kapper's UTV, because this is fantastic stuff to have in an emergency. It's a really strong rope, but it's also really, really small. You can see how easy it is to just put in a backpack or something. So Warrior cord, different types. This is a Type 3 Paracord. All right, and the next one is a big one. It's the only new radio I purchased. If you watched any of my previous videos, you saw that I got a really good deal on a used Yaesu FT920 base station. So this is the Yaesu FTM 100 DR/DE. Here's a better look on that side. And I really tried to balance cost with getting as much bang for the buck as I could get. I wanted to stay around $200, but to get digital, a dual digital analog unit in 2 meters and 440, I had to go up to about $300, but I think it's going to provide me a lot more opportunity. Okay, this next big one, honestly, I'm not sure what it is. The power supply I already brought in the basement, so I'm not going to haul that back up here, but I had to get a new power supply. I got a 35 amp. It's not a switching, it's just an analog amp. Ah, okay, I know what this is. This was probably the most expensive part of all of this, if you can believe that. I was going to try and fabricate one of these, but I decided by the time I spend a day or two on it, my time was just a little more valuable. So this is an antenna base for the Rowan antenna that I got. So basically you mount this in your concrete on the bottom, and it's a big hinge. I'll try to show it to you here. So this is going to make mounting that tower much easier. You lay the antenna down, you put all your antennas, your coax and everything on it, and then you tip it up and put it into position. And in the future, I'll be able to tip it down should I need to add an antenna or modify anything. Okay, and this one, again, I have no idea what's in it. You know, it took me, several hours, probably like 5-6 hours to shop it all, to get the best prices, to put it all together. So I don't even recall everything that was on the list. I did get most of it through Amazon, and part of the reasons I do that is because it's free shipping, and I have an Amazon card, so we get 5% back on all purchases. So when you're talking about a little bit larger purchases, that really adds up. Okay, what is this? It's quite heavy. All right, we have a box within a box. Any guesses? It's a big round unit with a heat sink in the back. Unless this is the power supply, but I thought I brought it downstairs. Oh, this is the power supply. All right. My bad. Okay, so this is the power supply. It's an Astron RS35A. It's just an analog providing straight amperage instead of the switching. And the reason that I didn't get a switching power supply, once again, based on advice from my friend Tom, he described several situations where he was using a switching power supply during like an emergency testing field day, and he said they're kind of prone to picking up interference from objects nearby, and so if you move them a tiny bit one way or the other, it would eliminate that interference. So maybe not a big deal if you have a base station and you're all set up and that's where it stays and you're good to go, but if you ever move it, or if your base station, that particular spot Might be an unlucky spot with a little bit of interference. So anyways, that's my reasoning. Doesn't mean it's any better or not, it's just a matter of choice. Okay, so there you have it. That's probably wave number 1 of the ham gear that's coming. So stay tuned, and even if you've never operated ham radio, I'm going to tell you this stuff is extremely interesting, especially once I get to know things a little better and Tom teaches me a little bit more and I get into computers and packet radio. So it's just really amazing where you connect basically to packet radio or the internet and you transmit airwave signals, if you will, and they come to a receiver which then downloads them on the internet and you send it across the world and it comes back out as a radio wave. So there's some really interesting stuff, even if you're not a ham radio operator, and I'll be putting up some videos. So thanks for all the support. Like and subscribe to follow us. We have a lot of different country adventures and life adventures that we are pursuing, so thanks a lot.